I would have a 13-year-old daughter who represents everything I care about and is a pain in the ass talking about it in her brilliance and feelings about America.
If anyone has made America laugh over the years, it's Norman Lear.
Television icon Norman Lear, known for creating and producing some of the biggest shows of the 1970s, died Tuesday at age 101. Lear was best known for his trailblazing sitcoms in the 1970s and 80s, including Sanford and Son and The Jeffersons. Across his decades-long career, Lear wrote a number of other comedy shows, including 1974's Good Times, which was the first show to regularly feature an African-American family on TV. The celebrated U.S. writer was a 5-time Emmy Award winner and a member of the Television Academy Hall of Fame. Fame and television producer Norman Lear, whose wildly successful TV sitcoms, including All in the Family and The Jeffersons, fused comedy with trenchant social commentary and dominated network ratings in the 1970s, died Tuesday at his home in Los Angeles, his family announced on his website. He was 101. Beginning with All in the Family in 1971, Lear's shows tackled fraught topics of racism, feminism, and social inequalities that no one had yet dared touch. The show, which won the Emmy for Outstanding New Series, focused on the white working-class Bunker family and its small-minded, irascible, prejudiced, and oddly likable patriarch Archie Bunker. All in the Family was immersed in the headlines of the day, while also drawing upon Lear's childhood memories of his tempestuous father. Racism, feminism, and the Vietnam War were flashpoints as blue-collar conservative Archie Bunker, played by O'Connor, clashed with liberal son-in-law Mike Stivic, Rayner. Gene Stapleton co-starred as Archie's befuddled but good-hearted wife, Edith, and Sally Struthers played the Bunker's daughter, Gloria, who defended her husband in arguments with Archie. Lear's work transformed television at a time when old-fashioned programs as Here's Lucy, Ironside, and Gunsmoke still dominated. CBS, Lear's primary network, would soon enact its rural purge and cancel such standbys as The Beverly Hillbillies and Green Acres. The groundbreaking sitcom The Mary Tyler Moore Show, about a single-career woman in Minneapolis, debuted on CBS in September 1970, just months before All in the Family started. But ABC passed on All in the Family twice, and CBS was initially reluctant to take on the daring series, Lear would say. When the network finally aired All in the Family, it began with a disclaimer. The program you are about to see is All in the Family. It seeks to throw a humorous spotlight on our frailties, prejudices, and concerns. By making them a source of laughter, we hope to show, in a mature fashion, just how absurd they are. By the end of 1971, All in the Family was one of the ratings, and Archie Bunker was a pop culture fixture, with President Richard Nixon among his fans. Some of his put-downs became catchphrases. He called his son-in-law Meathead and his wife Dingbat, and would also snap at anyone who dared occupy his faded orange-yellow wing chair. It was the centerpiece of the Bunker's row house in the New York City borough of Queens, and eventually an artifact in the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. Lear's business success enabled him to express his ardent political beliefs beyond the small screen. In 2000, he and a partner bought a copy of the Declaration of Independence for $8.14 million and sent it on a cross-country tour. He was an active donor to Democratic candidates and founded the nonprofit liberal advocacy group People for the American Way in 1980, he said, because people such as evangelists Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson were abusing religion. In his later years, Lear joined with Warren Buffett and James E. Burke to establish the Business Enterprise Trust, honoring businesses that take a long-term view of their effect on the country. He also founded the Norman Lear Center at the University of Southern California's Annenberg School for Communication, exploring entertainment, commerce, and society. Norman Lear's passing marked the end of an era in television, leaving behind a void that seemed impossible to fill. As news of his death spread, a heavy blanket of sorrow descended upon the entertainment industry. The iconic writer and producer had been a trailblazer, a pioneer who dared to bring pressing social issues to the forefront of American living rooms. His family, friends, and fans mourned the loss of a creative genius who had reshaped the landscape of television. The halls of laughter echoed with a somber silence as the characters he brought to life on shows like All in the Family and The Jeffersons felt strangely muted without his guiding hand. The impact of Lear's work extended far beyond the realm of entertainment. His shows had been a mirror reflecting the complex tapestry of society, forcing viewers to confront uncomfortable truths with a mix of humor and sincerity. Lear's legacy was not just in the awards he won or the records he broke. It was in the hearts and minds of those who had been touched by the stories he told. In the wake of his passing, tributes poured in from all corners of the industry. Former colleagues, actors, and fellow writers expressed their grief, acknowledging Lear's influence on their careers and the cultural landscape. The nation collectively mourned the loss of a voice that had challenged the status quo and ignited conversations that needed to be had. The closing chapter of Norman Lear's life left an indelible mark on the history of television, and his absence was felt as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of brilliance. The laughter that once echoed through living rooms now seemed distant, replaced by a melancholic hollowness. The characters Lear created would live on in reruns, but the man behind them had taken his final bow, leaving behind a legacy etched in the annals of television history.